Off to a rough 0-1 start, but our hand is great. I think in that last match, if I had Charlotte's Ancient Ancestral, I certainly would have been better off, but I also never got, like, a fast Delver draw or anything. So, I don't know. Felt like I was playing Shardless without the actual endgame stuff, and that definitely hurt me in that matchup, although I don't expect that to be, you know, a very popular matchup. But, like I said, Magic Online is weird. So hopefully we can make a little something happen with this hand. Basic Swamp. Interesting. Well, can't wasteland that. I think I just play out more things. Don't give him a fetch to backpack off of with his Death Rites. And just play out, yeah, Goyf and a Delver. And it is probably worth upkeep brainstorming, assuming my Delver doesn't die. So we'll see what's going on here. Basic Swamp, Basic Island. That is certainly one of the worst Deathrite Shamans I've ever seen. This is why you should run more fetches. You gotta always have the fetch for Deathrite Shaman. But it does look like he's playing Shardless. Just has a basic island, which is not usual. And I guess, is it even worth brainstorming now that he has Strix? Like, maybe I'm supposed to just trade off the Delver and try and run him over with Tarmogoyf? Obviously, if I just brick on this brainstorm, it'd be pretty bad, but we do hit a daze, so that's not bad. And then we can play out our other things. We still have a daze for backup and a wasteland if he ever plays a non-basic. So yeah, I mean, it definitely stinks to trade off Delver for Strix, but he already got the value out of it. He already drew the card, so there's not much we can really do. Oh, I guess I can't actually do anything. I can only play one thing because of his Deathrite. But that means that I can at least keep him off mana on his turn. So not the worst thing. I just can't play out this other Deathrite this turn. And then maybe that makes my days a little bit more live. And he forces it, pitching a Misthollow Griffin. Okay, so he's Food Chain. So the basics make a little bit more sense. So now I'm just going to daze this force. I think he just wanted to get Misthollow exiled. Yeah, now this ends up working out pretty well. Where he tries to exile my land, I exile it in response. His ability gets countered. I get to daze his force. My Delver resolves, and then I play out Deathrite. So, overall, pretty good turn of events. If he plays a fetch and then a Misthollow would be kind of bad, I guess, but not really. But he's just going to brainstorm, has a bunch of cards. But I'm pretty ahead on board. So, yeah, I like my spot. I don't know, though. So far, I've not been a fan of Delver over Shardless. It's just not felt very good to me. Being able to play things like Daze. Like, Daze is fine, but gets sided out a bunch. Especially in Sultai, where the games just naturally take longer. Daze goes dead pretty fast, so maybe my initial suspicions of this Delver deck were correct, where Shardless is likely just a better plan for a Sultai deck. And he's going to play Shardless Agent. That was going to be a food chain. Then it might be in trouble. Shardless into a Ponder. Not super exciting. Hey! Come here. You're the worst. Apologize to everyone. Apologize. So now, fresh look at our Delver. Abrupt Decay, sure. Gives me some insurance against Food Chain. I could also just decay his Shaman. It's like kind of an aggressive play, but certainly an option. Now I have to think for a little bit here. I think I'm okay just decaying his Shaman, actually. Hey. If he plays Food Chain, he gets to exile Shardless and then do a bunch of stuff, though. I don't know. Yeah, like, his Deathrite actually isn't doing anything since I have 2 of my own Deathrites. So, I think this is better. And then if he goes Food Chain, exile Shardless, play Miss Hollow, I can decay his Food Chain in response. Yeah, he does have Verdant, so he's going to be able to get a basic Forest. Or I guess he doesn't have basic Forest, he's just going to get a Trop. Possibly playing the Mist Hollow. Nope, just goes straight for Food Chain. Yeah, so I don't mind this. So he gets a Griffin, but I get to decay this. The Food Chain. So now he has a Griffin in play, but my Goyf is enormous. I think I'm supposed to exile his land. I don't think, well, yeah, I think I'm supposed to exile his land. Because if he lets it happen, then I just get to exile another thing with Deathrite. And if he just goes for this, then it's whatever. I'm just going to exile, well, yeah, I'm going to exile in response to make sure he can't do anything. I could also, like, just waste Trop and add mana, but I can't do anything with the mana. I don't think he could actually do anything there because he has Island open already. We can play our fetch, and he has to block Tarmogoyf, I believe. And I think I'm just better off leaving my Deathrites open than attacking. Okay, curious. Now he's just DOB. Which is also fine. Okay. So Food Chain is another one of those decks that I thought might actually be better than Shardless because you're doing a lot of similar things. So I guess I should bring in the Arcane Lab. Not only does he have like Food Chain shenanigans, but he also has Shardless Agent. So Arcane Lab is probably pretty good there. Him seems pretty good. Disfigure is good for Deathrite Mirrors. I like the Jace. And then I could see, again, cutting like Daze and Force of Will because the matchup's pretty grindy. I don't think like Spellbomb really helps me. I'm going to look up if I can Needle Food Chain. I'm not sure if Food Chain is like a mana source or not. Yeah, it is a mana ability. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, forces and dazes. Guess I want this Vendilion, even though it trades poorly with Strix. I mean, like, Strix gets everything in my deck, so it's not like that's a real consideration. I think I just want the threat and the mini disruption, and then I guess I'll keep in a Force of Will. My 17th blue card. Could bring in Golgari Charm, I guess, to kill Food Chain. Maybe kill a bunch of Strixes. But I'm not super interested in that. I think I'd rather just have a Force. Alright. Strong Sad, also currently 0-1. What a bum. And my hand has no lands. So those are generally mulligans. In case you guys did not already know. This hand is actually okay, I think. It's definitely not good. But I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep. I don't like it. It's certainly not a good keep. Definitely need a Brainstorm here. Or Dark Confidant, I suppose. But since I have Wasteland to maybe slow him down, Decay to maybe kill a Deathrite Shaman, I don't think it's the worst thing of all time. Certainly not good. So turn 1, main phase Brainstorm. That means I should probably Wasteland him. That is my guess. Or I could play Deathrite Shaman. I think I'm supposed to Wasteland. Like, since my hand is so bad, I don't mind time walking both of us. Which gives me another draw step. And he has basic forest. Draw another land, so definitely need Brainstorm. And then maybe he... Okay, he has Trop, so he's definitely not super mana screwed. Manipulate Fate is going to go get him a bunch of Griffins and draw him a card, which is pretty insane. That's really good value. Basically an Ancestral Visions. So now we have a Tarmogoyf. That's great. That's a thing. It does stuff. It attacks him. Nope, Force of Will. Getting the other Griffin out of there? That's insane. Oh, he only searched up 2. Okay, so maybe I should have known that that was a thing. Or no. Did he Oh, he exiled the Force. Okay. I get it now. He exiled the Force with the Manipulate Fate. Okay. So gets Charlotte's into Strix, which is very bad times. And I'm super jealous of all these people playing Charlotte's Agent. What the hell's going on? Why can't I do this cool stuff? Now he's going to start exiling Griffins, and I'm probably just dead. Probably just dead. Well, exiling the Force doesn't do anything. This deck doesn't have Snapcaster Mage, but might as well. Okay. Things are getting worse, as if that were possible. He does have a basic forest, so now I'm just kind of confused as to what happened last game. Sylvan Library, sure. I guess I could decay that. I feel like he's just better off playing out some more Griffins, but I guess there's nothing wrong with trying to establish Sylvan Library. Just like uses your mana so inefficiently. Hiya. Ew. Gross. Not sure what I can draw to win aside from Brainstorm. Brainstorm is certainly the one, but even at that point, I don't think I can win. So we'll take a draw step. If it's not Brainstorm, we'll probably concede. Well, now we'll certainly concede. You're just going to have all Griffins in play all the time. Cannot beat it, sir. Maybe that was why he played the Sylvan, was to bait out the Decay so he could resolve Food Chain. Well, Force is not very good. I can tell you that already. Golgari Charm might be fine, seeing as how he has Sylvan also. Yeah, we need a Dark Confidant or like a quick Jace or something. He did not mulligan into unplayable hands. Also, that would probably help. So we're going to keep this one. Ponder on turn 1. Robert on turn 2. Hopefully that doesn't get forced. He's been pretty aggressively forcing us, which is certainly a good plan for him. And these are all spells, so I like it. Guess I want to draw Disfigure and then Decay. I guess putting Disfigure on top was probably not the smartest. I think I would rather have Decay because I was trying to like play around Thoughtseize or whatever, like not let him Thoughtseize my best card, but Confidant's my best card. So if he was scared about Decay, maybe he would take that instead of Confidant. So probably should have just done that. But we'll see if this guy lives or not. It's pretty easy to just fire off Force of Wills when you're exiling Miss Hollow Griffin, so. He just gets basic Island, which kind of blanks my Wasteland, but thankfully I have Brainstorm. And this should be a real game. And Robert is in there. And he can't decay it. Could have something else. My dog is just licking my computer, licking everything. But small price to pay to not have her barking all the time, I suppose. He just goes for the Strix, which is fine. I don't mind if Confidant's not really attacking. Alright, so we have a Tarmogoyf. I think I should just play Goyf and waste him. And then next turn we can do some stuff like Brainstorm and then Decay and blah blah blah. So certainly like our spot because Confidant is hooking us up. And Wasteland is basically a time walk, which is pretty nice when I'm drawing 2 cards a turn. Okay, so he's got a million Strixes. Stringies, whatever you want to call them. Do I just go Decay, Disfigure, and just give him the beatdowns? I wonder if he has Misdirection. Misdirection's pretty good in this guy's deck. Yeah, I think I just give him the beatdowns. Okay. Rats. Should have disfigured first, I guess, and then I would still have Decay. Maybe he would not force the disfigure if he didn't know there was a Decay coming. Thought about that immediately after I did it, and then it was too late, so. BB Delve card? This is Tombstalker? Jeez. I sided out my Dismember. Why'd I do that? Yuck. Yuck, yuck. So I have a bunch of stuff, and a Confidant punching me in the face. I think his Tombstalker has to stay home if it attacks. Oh dear. This is either really good or really bad for me. Alright, so Confidant and Delver triggers. I guess I hedge by doing the Delver first, so if it's a land... It really doesn't matter. Like, it's all random. If I do it the other way, there's a little bit more feel-good involved if I, like, Delver into... Or if I bob into a land and then Delver into a spell. But we have a Decay. So that... It's gonna help. It's gonna kill this thing. Pump up the old Tarmogoyf Jam. Do I actually have to keep, like, the Aberration back to block? Just in case, so I don't lose to Confidant. I have Deathrite Shaman to gain 2 life. That makes my Goyf super small. I think I just actually have to block with the Aberration, which is kind of funny. Yeah, because it puts him to 1. It doesn't actually, you know, do anything. I guess it cuts off his fetch, which might matter, but then I'm playing a risky game where he can try and have me hit a Jace to kill me, but cool. All right, so 1-1 against Shardless Agent decks, and I'm not enjoying myself. These guys are having way more fun than me. Delver kind of stinks. Confidant's been good, although it's been, you know, the poor man Shardless Agent or the rich man Shardless Agent. I don't even know, but. I don't know. Like, Wasteland has obviously been pretty good, too. I still think I like Shardless Agent, but got a couple more rounds to play, and hopefully we can figure it out by the end.